Hi there, Scorpio. This is Carrie at wooingnature.life. Welcome to the channel and welcome to February. This is going to be a reading that I hope you will enjoy. It is about relationships. Since it is February and Valentine's Day is coming up, I thought it would be a great time for us to look at how we're relating to one another and what kind of relationships you are finding yourself in. So we are going to be reading from Colette Baron Reed, Spirit Animal Oracle. I will be using that deck to see who you are connecting to and what types of energies or what types of people are around you. And then I'm going to turn to the Myss Archetype cards, and I will pull two cards from this deck to look at your masculine and feminine side and to see how you are relating to them. And then for the tarot portion, which is where I go for details, I will be reading from the Tarot of 1001 Nights, which is always a really good deck for detailing, especially when relationships are concerned. All right, Scorpio, so let's see who's around you. Let's look at this through the eyes of the animals and our animal allies and our animal helpers. So we're just asking for the spirit to guide us with these cards as to the power animals or the power people, or the people in general. It doesn't even have to be power people, but just people in general who are surrounding Scorpio at this time. Anybody who's surrounding Scorpio at this time. Okay. And two. And then we're looking for a third set. All right, good deal. All right, so starting out, you have hawk spirit people around you. These are visionary leaders. These are people who are usually loners. They don't spend a lot of time with the crowd or in the pack, so to speak. They are somewhere trying to accomplish something, or trying to sort out the details or look at the details of something that they've envisioned for themselves that they are now carrying out. Scorpio, if you are involved with these people in terms of work or even at a personal level, you have to understand that what it is that they are doing in terms of seeing into the future or seeing a future for themselves is going to be of the utmost importance to them. And so you can look to these people for guidance if you are yourself trying to formulate a vision, or if you are involved in a project with the hawk spirit people. These people will take you a long way and you'll find yourself soaring with them. And then we have the ant spirit people who are workers. They are on the ground. Some people may feel like they're the little people, or they go unnoticed, but they are out of all of the animal species, they are the ones who can carry the most. Like in terms of their body weight, they can carry more weight than their body weight, and it's because they work together. So this is about collaborations. This is about making the connections with other people, or these are the people that you'll make connections with, where you can get a lot of work done because you're pooling your resources. Each person, you see here, you have the puzzle pieces. Each individual has their own piece that they are bringing to the table to put the bigger picture together. I feel like the hawk spirit and the ant spirit people may be working together, or you may be on a team with them, this person being the leader or this person being the visionary, and then these people carrying out the vision that you all have put together. And then you have the bat spirit. Bat spirits are associated with shamanism, seeing in the dark, being able to see and navigate through shadow experiences. They could be healers, but they can also be just individuals who are very adept at being able to see past the shadow, or see past shadow experiences, or see past your own shadow. And they come in with the number 5. They do hang upside down. Their hearing is very sensitive. So read about the bat and you'll find out more about the bat people. Sometimes that feels a little scary because you're thinking about vampires. I sure can't ignore that part either. So if you are around people with vampire energy, you'll want to distance yourself from that because you don't want those people to drain you. But I don't want to go off of myth about bats, because bats aren't necessarily bloodsuckers, but they do get rid of bloodsuckers like mosquitoes and things like that. So again, read about the animal so that you can get a clear sense of how these people may be, or how these people may be showing up for you in your world or in your world experience. All right, so it looks like it's some visionary work happening. It looks like some camaraderie happening around you. So as far as your relationships are concerned, you have some people that you can work with, and that's a good thing. All right, so now I'm moving on to Carolyn Myss's archetype cards because I want to see how Scorpio is interacting with these people around them. I'm going to get a different one because that was a lot flipping out at one time. One more for Scorpio. All right, so we got some shadow work going on with you. I've got both of these cards coming in the shadow, Scorpio, for you. These cards tell the light attribute of the archetype, and then they also give the shadow attribute. So what I do is if it comes in the upside down or reverse, I read the shadow. If it comes in upright, then I read the light attribute. So both of these came in shadow, so there's no wonder or question why bat spirits may be around you right now, because they may be helping you to see through the dark of your own soul or of your own self. All right, so we have the shadow poet, which turns lyric gift into negative or destructive gift. And I feel like this is the gift of gab. This is your ability to verbally create a picture for people to attach to or to cling to, but you have to be mindful about what you're saying, and you also have to be careful about the words that you choose and your intention behind the words that you use. I want you to really be mindful of that, because Scorpio, you may be able to be quite crafty at that, but your goal is to express from your soul, to express from your vulnerable places than from your from a place of manipulating or using words to create an image that really isn't real. Okay. And then you have the shadow Samaritan. Now the good Samaritan is the one who, helps out everybody, is, doesn't look for anything in return. But in the shadow, it says that you're looking for appreciation and recognition for the help that you offer other people. And the thing is, in both of those situations, is that, if you're going to give from your heart, give from a place where you're not looking for anything in return, not just money or things, but also the recognition as well. So if you're feeling like you need some recognition of some sort, don't try to create it. Like, don't try to, as my kids say, don't try to create a world. Don't try to create an image. Be who you are and let the image formulate. Let the message come clear from your actions more so than anything else. So when you are relating to the people that are around you, you just want to be very mindful of those things, especially the word sounds, because people sense things from what you say. People aren't, they're not as gullible as you think. And you don't want to push yourself out of what looks like a very powerful circle of people just because you're still dealing with some internal issues that make you feel like you have to position yourself out front, or that you feel like you have to go around the back door to get the attention that you need. So if it's attention that you need, then seek it outside of this circle, seek it in another way, or ask for what you're needing, where you need it. And I think that's just a little bit of soul searching on your part, Scorpio. It's a little bit of soul searching on your part to get to the bottom line of that, because when we start talking about attention and needing attention, we're really talking about a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old issue. So it could be that there were things from your very distant past or from your childhood where you didn't feel like you got the recognition or the attention that you deserved. And so you'll need to sort that out so that you're not repeating a pattern, because you don't want to repeat that pattern and then shut yourself out, like I said, out of a really powerful connection, because it looks like the connection that you have is quite powerful and quite strong. So just don't want you to miss out. All right, so we're moving right along to the Tarot of 1001 Nights, and that is for the detailing. I like to get details there. Yep, here it is again. So we've got the 3 here of Wands, and this is like showing you on a raft out here by yourself, you know, kind of circling around and circling and circling in the same raging in your own bowl. Your own bowl is what I can't remember the poet talked about, or a writer that talked about raging in your own bowl. You know, it's like you're just circulating in your own little world here. When you have these powerful spirit people that are around you, you really don't need to. And again, I think that goes back to what we were saying about your intentions, how you're speaking and communicating, and the intention behind it. We have the Knight of Chalices here, which means that you are looking for love and romance in your life, Scorpio, or that part of yourself needs the love and romance in your relationship. But for some reason, you're feeling either attached or connected to somebody else. Maybe the attachment or the connection that you are having is not, is feeling oppressive. Maybe feeling oppressive to you right now. And if it is feeling oppressive, then you need to address or deal with the fears related to you moving on from something that's oppressive. You know, sometimes people get in abusive relationships, or they get in oppressive relationships because they feel like that's all they can get, or that's what they deserve, or they feel like that's all there is. And that really comes from a fear place. It's not fear like you're scared. It's more like there's some kind of needling, there's some kind of needling or gnawing messaging that's in the back of your head from somewhere that says that, well, this is really the best that you can do. So you need to work through that. So it's not so much a fear as it is just a negative message that keeps coming up. So we've got the Venerable Man, which is the Hierophant in reverse, along with the King of Wands. I feel like the King of Wands energy is you exercising your inner strength, and also your spirit being able to communicate it. But I feel like it's going to take some time for you to be alone in order for you to really find that place within. And I think that's also goes back to the communication issue and how you're communicating and your heart space. You just have to get to your heart, to your true heart space, not your mind trying to think about heart space, because that's not the same. You know, it's not the same. Heart is just done. It's just a feeling. It's something you do without thinking. It's an action that takes place without you having to attach anything to it. People, agendas, goals, objectives. It just is. And that's what you need to reconnect to. This is for your foundation. This is for you redeveloping a foundation for yourself, away from the chaos, away from something that, you know, wasn't going well, possibly away from feeling bound and unnecessarily attached to an individual that you don't need to be attached to. Yes, there are brighter horizons. There's another territory for you to, there's more. There's more fish in the sea. There's other territory for you to comb as far as relationships are concerned. You need to set your sights on something different. First of all, something not oppressive. Okay? Let that be the first step in healing your relationship issues. Here's the Wheel of Fortune, which represents change. And looking in this pool here is the individual trying to see the good in themselves. So you need to do that. See the positive in yourself. I'm seeing that, you know, if it is that issue of wanting to be recognized and wanting some attention from someone else or from your group or from the people around you in some way, then be in a moment of self-reflection so that you can see your own benefit, and then you won't require it of other people. So like once you see the wealth of who you are, once you see and recognize and can acknowledge within yourself, you know, not just in a somebody else should recognize me sort of way, but really owning your talent, your ability, what you've done so far, your contributions, and feeling self-satisfied with that, then I think that you will find that the recognition that you may be looking for comes forth right after that. So we have the Temperance card here, which is about balance, things being able to flow fluidly from one place to another. I am seeing that being about your heart, you being able to give freely from your heart. And I know that's like kind of a cliche term, but that's what it is being able to freely share from a heart space, and then that energy coming right back to you in the form of whatever it is that you need: recognition, money, time outs, vacations, whatever it is that the spirit knows that you need to balance yourself out. And all you have to do is ask for it. Ask for the balance that you need. Scorpio, I think that's what it is. So we have the Fool card in reverse. There's a couple of things to think about. Either one, you're not completely starting over again. That's reverse Fool. But it's also like being mindful that you don't just kind of that you're not thinking through processes enough for you to be able to be wise about the moves that you're making or the decisions that you're making as far as your relationships are concerned. So before you start over, think about what, you know, make a fair assessment so that you're not making the same mistakes again. Okay, I see you here looking on the outside in, kind of looking at the grass being greener on the other side. I think this is also like, okay, this person has this and this person has that, but what about me? What about me? Why not me? You got to get out of that mindset, and you've got to, here it is again about that attention getting thing. It's about being seen right now, Scorpio. I would be interested to see where your Saturn is showing up in your chart. Anything activity happening in the first house you'll want to pay attention to if you are into astrology, because it looks like your first house principles are in effect. Ego is there. Being able to be recognized, wanting to be recognized, putting yourself out front, personality out front, all of that is kind of first house stuff. So I would look at what's going on cosmically, or as far as the planets are concerned or the stars are concerned in your first house, and see how it's being affected and what you can do to resolve that. Of course, if you would like to take a deeper dive to find out how you can resolve it, you can reach out to me. I'm at Kerri, Kerri, at wooingnature.life. You can also get a relationship reading by reaching out to me through the email, because relationship readings are not available on the website. So if you do want a relationship reading, you'll have to reach out to me through the email, and we can set the appointment that way. Okay? All right. I hope that you have a great day. I hope that you have a fabulous February. I hope that your relationships continue to grow and evolve, and that you continue to grow and evolve with them. And as always, I hope you have a fabulous life.